right now out in Las Vegas, and our tech reporter John Fort joins us live from CES, and he is joined with Sony's CEO. Over to you, John.
Thanks, Sue. Here with Kaz Hirai. We're first on CNBC interview.
Hi.
You just got done with the Sony keynote, so
Indeed.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
First thing I want to ask about is something that surprised a few people, an internet TV service you plan to roll out in the U.S.
Correct.
the end of this year. Didn't Intel just sort of back away from this sort of plan? Why are you going forward with it?
Well, I think that at Sony, we want to offer the convenience of accessing a wide variety of content, including live television, including stream network content as well, all in a very simple and intuitive, easy way to use. And that's the service that we want to bring out here into the United States this year.
Is this going to compete with cable companies, which I should mention? Comcast is one. Comcast, of course, owns a number of networks, including CNBC. Do you view yourself as competing in that arena? As the internet allowing you to do that?
I think it's actually additive in that we are combining really live television with other network-enabled content that's streaming to people's homes, and it's all about offering another choice and convenience. So I think it's really complementary to the cable services that our people are accustomed to.
Sony, of course, is a content creation machine as well. You have shows, you have movies, and I believe that's a 4K
right
camcorder.
Here. Yeah, this is a 4K camcorder, ultra high definition that we just announced yesterday. We are calling it 4K for 2K, so it's going to retail for about $2,000, and you know, you're going to be able to really take home video now in ultra high definition, which is something that's great for the industry as a whole, I think.
$2,000 is a prosumer price point that we look for. That's the price where somebody who's really an enthusiast will actually buy something. But 3D didn't really catch on with TVs. The ecosystem doesn't really seem to have pushed TVs forward. Is 4K going to be able to achieve what 3D could not, spurring this new wave of technology buying and adoption?
It's interesting you say that, because I think 3D continues to be in the forefront of a lot of content creation in the motion picture industry. Gravity was certainly done in 3D, and a lot of our own pictures are going to be done in 3D as well. So it's more of a functionality that we have in all of our televisions. And more content will come forward. 4K, obviously, with 4 times the resolution of high definition, I think bodes well for a lot of new business and new opportunities as consumers go in to buy their new TV sets, and they'll consider 4K.
Fair to say, though, I think that HD was pretty revolutionary for TVs. 3D is incremental. Does 4K still have a shot at being revolutionary, as really sparking a big round of spending? Or is it going to be incremental?
I think the most important thing for 4K is for everybody to actually experience the 4K resolution, and for the industry to really make sure that, obviously, with the television sets that we have 4K, but at the same time, as an industry, that we provide a lot of native 4K content so that the consumers can enjoy true 4K.
You've held off for a while in pushing into the U.S. market with your smartphones. Last year you said you were going to take a more cautious approach. Now you're going with T-Mobile coming into this market. You happen to have the phone on you?
Funny that you mentioned that.
The man is prepared.
This is our Xperia Z1S that we are launching here in the United States through T-Mobile, and it really combines the best of Sony's technologies, especially with regard to the digital imaging capabilities. We have our best digital imaging engineers really collaborate with the engineers that created this smartphone to make sure that, you know, the imaging quality is on par with the best of digital cameras that you see in the market today.
Well, Kaz, is it too late? Because we see Google, no shortage of resources there, trying to push in with Motorola and not succeeding right off the bat, making a dent in the smartphone market. I was just talking to Motorola CEO Dennis Woodside yesterday, and he said, well, Apple and Samsung are entrenched. It's going to take a long time to make any ground. Are you going to be able to make ground with this phone, or is it going to be a long slog?
I think that, you know, it's not going to be one particular phone model that is going to make or break, but it's making sure that we continue to bring innovative, cutting-edge, Sony-esque, if I may say, smartphones to the market, whether it's in the United States or Japan or anywhere else, to make sure that we're gaining market share as we go along.
And
it's important for us to really stay in the business. Sony-esque would mean things that we take the best of what we have in terms of technology, in terms of the application, in terms of the software services, and really make sure that we bring it all together in the smartphone.
Tell me, how's the TV turnaround going? That is the linchpin of your strategy, being able to get that business reorganized correctly. The yen has been helping you a bit. Where do you where do you think you are in the progress of getting that done, and what grade do you give yourself and Sony so far?
Well, I think that for many, many years, the TV business has not made a profit for Sony, and it is a very competitive and challenging environment. But I think that we've made strides in improving the bottom line, although at a loss for the past several years. And so, obviously we have to see how the holiday season went this year in territories across the world, and we'll have to see. But we're
Are you halfway there?
I think we're making a steady progress towards turning it into a profitable business for us.
Work so far? Are you making mistakes? Or are you getting it right as far as the trajectory you want to follow to get that key business turned around?
Especially with regard to the products, and we certainly showcase them right here at CES. I think the products are very appealing to our customers around the world. We put in a lot of effort and technology into it. So from a product perspective, we're definitely on the right track. And I firmly believe that if we have the right products, we're ultimately going to make the business turn around as well.
Okay, we got to send it back, but just one word answer if you can. I know wearables or smart home, which is the next big trend?
Wearables.
Wearables. You heard it from the man here, Cosmin Rai, CEO of Sony, joining us first on CNBC. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much.
I would have gone with the smart home, but that, he knows a lot better than I do. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much.
He's the CEO of Sony, yeah.
Yep, exactly. And I will defer to him on every aspect of that. Thank you, John. Thank you, Cos.
Thank you.
All right. There's